All right, so a very good race. I believe pictures were lost even via Teletrack and the Betting World stores the last 200 meters. I think we had a power outage out here at the VAAL. That was the reason for the loss of pictures, but I can tell you the 8 Passion Peach has come through with flying colours. Exceptional ride from our man on the left, of course, Bling, as he's known affectionately amongst people. A top ride by Smanga. Well done to Bar and Buertus. Well done to all the connections involved. I must say, Smanga, hats off. Tremendous ride. Just chatting to you off air. They seem to grab the pace going midway through the bend, and you opted to come out and avoid any traffic problems that might occur.
Yes, obviously this filly loves to be switched off, but with that draw like that, we got in the ring. I asked Mr. Bottas what he thinks. He says, you leave everything to me, obviously. Don't try to get clever and get it up there or get it to place, and rather let her go through them. And I'm sure in a straight I can try and make up my ground quite easily. And the last time she gave me quite a nice run, so I just had the same mindset and to go through them. But thinking about the 900s already, they sort of like came back. But the filly was going so well, you don't want to break the stride. And I just allow her to, to find herself. By the time I look, I was already on top of them, and she hasn't even picked it up yet. And I think that really won her race. And once I picked her up, she did hang a little bit, but she hung on to win quite a nice race. And I'm sure Mr. Bottas is, his training field is always good. And you tell him to the filly needs this or the gelding needs that, he always do it, and you come back with the result.
Well, Smanga, I must say, I thought it was an exceptional ride sitting from here. I know some of the guys in the Teletrack studios weren't fortunate to watch it because of the power outage that occurred, but you put your head down. You've had 2 for the day, so well done to you.
Thank you. There's a lot of work going behind it, and you have to thank everybody who's involved in helping out, and I'm here because of them, so well done to them. And also to my sponsors, Maurice Fontaine, Vigilbush Drift, well done to them. And to Mr. O'Connor and all the other partners. I think this filly won't stop here. And Mr. Bottas, what a trainer. And again, to the guys that does the hard work, the grooms, well done to them.
Congratulations, Manga. Very well said. I must say, what a ride, Mr. Buertus. I mean, you've been there, done that. You're now on the opposite side of the fence doing the training. But out of 10, what did you give that ride?
Well, that's full marks. He is complimenting everybody else besides himself. I mean, I think it was also Manga. We sat in the parade and we discussed the race. We thought Ideal Cut would go to the front, which normally goes, hoping that the Appy on, I think, Mr. Gray's horse puts a bit of pressure, and hopefully there's enough pace for us to come from behind. And into the straights, Manga came wide. They were crawling, and luckily he had another horse that was a bit out wide that he could follow through. But 700 out, I mean, this was a very clever ride. I haven't seen a ride like this for a long time. 700 out, I could see Manga stole it from them. I mean, he just zapped past them, and obviously the answer would have been if the margin would have been held to the line. And I think your TV also went off, and none of it could see the result. But from the jockey room, it's about a 45-degree angle. You couldn't say because there was another horse catching. So I don't know the margins. I don't know what happened. But I think a very clever ride, and I think Samanga needs to get all the credit.
Well, Mr. Buertus, I keep saying it. You deserve more horses because we've seen time and time again. You eke out the improvement. Good to see that you're giving all the guys chances, and well done to you and your whole team.
Well, it's tough. Horses don't just come by themselves, and we need to do the best with what we have.
We'll do our part from this side to try and promote the trainers. I know it's a challenging industry we're in at the moment, but if we all work together, we'll certainly get there. Well done, Mr. Buertus.
Well, thanks. We're grateful for what we have. Thanks
Super.
a lot.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Buertus. Lovely to have him back in the winner's enclosure. I must say, there was a super ride from Smanga Kamala. Of course, well done to Monty behind the scenes. Also doing a lot of work with Smanga, trying to help him. And I thought it was a particularly good ride. I mean, they didn't go too hard. Going midway through the bend, they in fact grabbed. And that was probably why some of these horses didn't really run their race. I thought very disappointing, Ration My Passion. But that was obviously down to the pace of the race. And I certainly think that it was a good win by Passion Peach. Let's get back to the studio. I'm sure they're dying to play back the replay as we all missed the last 300 meters or so. So let's go and join them.